Kick us off, Mike.
Got it.
This is the beginning of the podcast, we think. Although we were talking for 4 minutes about some important stuff that could have been on the podcast, but it's not on the podcast because Mike didn't hit record because Chad was working on an estimate because he's such a go-getter. He's still bidding residential patios in November.
Even when I don't want to be.
Even when he doesn't want to be.
That is a go-getter move.
It is a go-getter move.
It's save my hide for next year when the work suddenly dries up, and I thought a little bit ahead.
That patio's for next year, and you're bidding it?
Next summer, yeah.
The same day that you went to look at it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
Yep. If I don't do it now, it's not going to get done. So this was me with a little bit of foresight, and we're done now. We're ready to do the podcast.
Fuck yeah. Let's bring on this podcast.
I have had quite a few actually leads this week come in, which is strange for as soon as the snow started to fly, essentially.
I have zero leads.
That's weird.
I'm fucked. I have no leads.
The phone has been very quiet the last couple months.
Same with me for the past month or so, and then all of a sudden I got like 6 or 7 that came in all of a sudden.
Did you update I updated my website with some new pictures.
I haven't looked at my website in a year. Let me check it out right now.
Mike, I do like your tagline, empowering lifestyle. Where did that come from?
I made it up. I didn't even copy that. A lot of stuff I copy from people and then warp into landscaping things. But that I actually made up because when we launched the company, we needed a tag. It says you have to make up a tagline. I made our website on worksites.net, which is it's like you make your own website. It's actually pretty easy. And the website, I think it looks pretty professional. I think it looks pretty good. I don't maybe because I made it. I think it's fucking awesome. But
I haven't seen it, so I don't.
Well, how did you? Oh, we didn't see it.
I just seen you tag it
check out my website
on your Instagram.
I've checked out everything. I've had a private investigator look into your fucking finances. You haven't even checked out my fucking website. The fuck? I don't feel like our relationship's equal. I feel like we have an unequal relationship here.
Now I need to hire a private investigator or what?
I'm putting dead rabbits on your balcony and you're fucking not even looking at my website.
That's where they're coming from. Jeez.
Oh, I should not have revealed that.
Yeah.
I know, I made it up. I thought it was cool. I can't remember. I Google. I think a lot of times when I'm writing stuff, I go into thesaurus and I type the normal word that someone would use, and then I look at the 100 that no one would use, and then I use those words.
Nice.
Then it makes me look like a smarty pants.
Smarty pants.
Or it makes me look pretentious.
Chad,
I am well known for being pretentious.
A tagline like for my company?
Yeah.
I think we used to have something cheesy.
The tagline now is fuck, 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 I hate this country.
Fuck. Yeah. That's how my week has been so far. I've not had a good week. Just the weather is really getting to me. I got a lot to do and not a lot of time, it seems, to do it. So I'm stressed right out.
You're not the only one.
I don't know. I'm hoping we get a little bit more good weather, like mid-November.
Next week's supposed to be 6.
I can deal with 6.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot deal with -3 and 5 centimeters of snow. And we tried to work this morning. We were out there with the blower, the Heart blower, and the Tiger torch, and
the Heart Tiger torch.
The Heart doesn't make a Tiger torch that I know of. But
just rebrand the propane tank so that people think it's a Heart Tiger torch.
So, yeah, we were thawing that base and putting in clear and all the things that you do to build a landscape wall. So,
if you were using synthetic base, you wouldn't be having these fucking problems.
Might be having other problems. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
And there goes
Let's
the
not go
LO
there.
Congress. There goes the LO Congress meetup booth.
I'm kidding.
Motherfucker.
I'm worried. I'm using synthetic base around a pool, this final project,
You'll be
and
fine. You'll be fine.
yeah.
I've done synthetic base on tons
Yeah.
of pools.
Yeah,
I've
I've
never
had
had a
great
problem.
results. I've had great results.
Okay.
I've legitimately I did pools with that with the synthetic base like 6-7 years ago, and no one's ever called me back on a
Yeah.
job from synthetic base.
I've used synthetic base around pools, and yeah, I have never had a callback from anything synthetic base. So
I usually just dig it out the way I would anyways.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that. It's not a secret. I dig it all out anyways, and then I just put the synthetic. I used to use it as a sales tactic. Like I'd go, because when it used to be hard to get jobs, which I feel like it might be hard to get jobs again, maybe just for me, but maybe I should stop posting pizza reviews and focus more on like posting some landscaping shit on my Instagram account. I used to go in and be like, well, if they're not offering you synthetic base, that maybe they're just not that well educated in the industry. I'm not saying that's bad. Just I take my time. I take time to educate myself, and I bring the synthetic base.
I've been to quotes where the client will ask, "Well, are you going to put a synthetic base?"
Really?
I've said no, because this is a front walkway, and I can pull my shovel right up beside the job and dig it into the back of my truck. Like, you're getting a full-on traditional base, so that if your car tires drive over it,
Are you talking traditional base?
5/8 granular, packed the piss out of until that plate packer is jumping an inch out of the ground.
What would you? Well, you can overcompact. You could hit 110 and fuck yourself. I'm just saying. You could break the angular molecules down, and Mike's nodding because he's like, he's like, yeah. That front walkway is basically fucked now, Chad. We screwed.
Oh yeah.
Do you put a geotextile under your A gravel?
Yeah, I do. Is that approved or not approved?
Oh, if you're not using a geotextile or even a landscaper, you might as well just go straight back to the limestone.
Yeah.
If you're not using a geotextile.
Yeah. No, we got rolls and rolls of the stuff.
Do you use a woven or a non-woven?
Woven. Wait, that's the green line stuff? What's the green line? Woven?
Woven is where you can see the weaving.
Yeah, green line.
So I use woven.
I use woven.
What do you use, Mike?
It depends.
Depends on what.
What's
available? What's in your truck?
Soil.
What's in your truck?
What's in my truck? No.
What's in your storage locker?
But under synthetic base, it's always non-woven, anyways. But for the most part, I'm using woven if it's not synthetic base.
So
okay, I've always used woven under synthetic base. Maybe I'm fucking that up. Thank God I don't make videos. I might influence people to use like a power broom when they're installing their fucking sand or something.
See, so
this is why I don't educate people. This is why I don't educate people on Instagram.
I've never claimed to have the right answers or the best way to do things. If you do things the way I do and they don't turn out the way you want them to, that's your own fault. That's not my fault, because
you're like skinnier, more tattooed version of Charles Barkley. I'm not your idol. I'm no one's.
I'm no one's idol.
No, I can't. What do they say? I'm no one's example. What do they call that? He had a famous quote where he's like, "I'm not your fucking."
Can we look it up?
I don't know.
You're not that important.
Thinner, more tattooed version of Charles Barkley.
Do you guys use non-woven up the back of your retaining walls?
No.
So what kind, like garden walls? Are we keeping soil, like garden soil, out of?
Oh yeah, okay.
That's
that's a complex question. Everyone ignore my answer.
Yeah. Charles Barkley, I'm not your role model.
There you go. Chad is not your fucking role model.
Not your role model.
Charles Barkley of landscaping.
So back to the retaining wall thing. If it's a garden wall, I'll put something to separate the clear from the soil or whatever. But if we're doing big retaining walls, and people are going to have a shit. I don't use anything to separate native from my 4 feet of clear backfill.
I only put it on top of the clear because soil doesn't migrate sideways; it
Yeah.
only migrates down.
That's it. Right.
To quote Interlock Ian, that happens to work for a manufacturer, soil does not migrate sideways; it only migrates downwards because of gravity. Thank you, Interlock Ian, for that quote. You got a great beard. He does. He's got a good beard, man. He's a good guy.
I need to
Interlock Ian.
follow Interlock Ian. I guess I'll check him out.
We should make an Interlock Ian account. I had some other. I don't remember what it was. I had some other question. Now I'm lost. I don't remember what it was.
I have a question for you, Mike, and it's from your boy Matt Beam. Is it
Matthew Bem.
Bem? Matt Bem.
Matthew Bem Landscaping.
Matt Bem wants to know when you're going to shave the beard for charity again.
I'm not.
Ever.
Did it once. I did it. I felt like I feel like I fully participated in that. And I felt like an idiot for like 4 weeks, and I'm good. I did it once.
What if we start like a Charlie Chaplin for charity, where you get
What's
like
that?
a little Hitler thing, and you can wear that LO or something?
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
I
We'll
did
do
want
it.
to discuss the official meetup. We only let people with Hitler mustaches into the official.
No, a Charlie
Podcast
Chaplin, not
A Charlie Chaplin.
not a Hitler.
Michael Jordan did it too. Like he recently,
Did?
yeah,
Really?
he did it
Michael-
in a commercial too.
Is there a photo of this?
For sure. Just look up Michael Jordan Chaplin mustache.
I think they were probably a different description of it.
Yeah, I won't say it here, but
Why? Chad's already
I'm already looking it up. Let's find
talked about.
Mike, how long did it take for
Huh.
you to grow back your beard to where you were
Comfortable?
satisfied and comfortable? Yeah, after
Well,
you
like
shaved.
4 or 5 weeks.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. The
That's
beard
half
has
the
been
winter.
the beard or the goatee has been part of my existence for a long time, similar to the chain. I don't know if you saw the dirt bag photos, landscape
saw.
dirt bag photos. Yeah,
I saw Chad's comments too. He was.
I know. He's like, is there ever a time you didn't look 50? And I'm like, people tell me all the time that I look younger than I am. Except for Chad. What would you say on your photo? I look younger than, well, you are like 20 years, literally 20 years younger than me.
I trolled you just like that chain guy did. No, was it the chain
Sam.
guy? Sam?
Yeah.
Sam.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that
I was
was
trying my hand at the
his
troll.
65 or something?
Yeah.
That was his.
I was drunk. when I did that.
Were you?
No.
Oh,
No, I wasn't drunk.
someone.
I think it was Sunday afternoon.
You know how now, if someone tags you in a post and then someone comments on it, it comes as a highlight in your Instagram thing, right? It says like such and such commented on the post.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
I logged into my Instagram and I was checking my notifications, and it comes up Pave Tool commented on the post, and I'm like, really? These people are commenting on my fucking post now?
Uh-oh.
And then it was someone. I think it was Jeremy post that he posted that he tagged me in. I think someone like it was him or maybe Caleb or. Did you guys hear the rumor about the Kid Contractor podcast and Caleb?
No.
Which rumor?
Let
The
us know.
rumor.
The-
I heard that him and Brittany are personally responsible for that time 8 years ago when U2 dumped their album on everyone's iPhone. I
Oh
heard
man.
the Kid
I heard
Contractor podcast is fully responsible for that.
Isn't
They
that
are-
so annoying? That was the
they're-
most annoying thing ever.
They're
Yeah.
giant YouTube fans, I hear.
Huge.
Huge YouTube fans.
And if you're going to talk shit about other podcasts, I heard that the Mulder Outdoors podcast is 100% solely responsible for the ice cap melting because he needed all that water for that big pond. So he was fucking melting the ice cap. So I'm just saying, if you're gonna talk shit about other people's podcasts, then think about it really seriously. How did you guys enjoy your experience at LAL this year? We didn't do our LAL review.
Oh,
No.
LAL, yeah, that
No.
really good. Really, Interlock Ian was the best speech there for sure.
Was he?
By far, for
I
sure.
like my favorite part was the guy from Synced Up was like there, and he was like watching the guy from LMN.
Chad, sorry to cut you off. Like Chad just put in the chat, what is LA? I don't know if you can see that.
Lawn
Oh,
Academy Live.
the thing that we were supposed to go to. Why didn't you just
Yeah.
say that?
Because they
That's
call it
awesome.
LAL. It was
I
like all
didn't
over
know this.
Instagram. Yeah, actually looked it looked awesome.
It did. Yeah, and
You did-
the
it looked
lineup
sick.
looked really good.
Yeah, it looked amazing. It looked super good. Like they put on a great thing.
We should have went. Next year, let's go.
Yeah. Well, it's hard when I heard that the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast doesn't recycle. So it's hard to go and support that event when you hear these rumors that they don't recycle over there at the Fullerton podcast.
They don't recycle.
So-
Says
anything. They don't recycle anything. They don't.
me either. I burn it.
So we
So,
were protesting.
I'm in.
We were we didn't go this year
It was
because
a silent protest
a
until
silent protest because he doesn't recycle, and someone should message him and tell him that we exposed him here as
now.
a non-recycler.
In
He's
2
not-
weeks.
In 2 weeks from now, someone's gonna. Honestly, that I want to go to that event next year. I think it looked awesome. It looked like
Yeah.
everyone had super fun time, and
Yeah.
there was good speakers, and it looked like a really professional, well-run. Definitely something I would attend. But
It's
anyway,
a date. Let's go.
Let's go. Well, we should message him and see when he can schedule it so we can work it into our. When you're on the not even making the charts anymore, most downloaded podcast, your schedule fills up quick. We got that big Landscape Ontario event we're doing
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
Landscape Ontario Congress.
Which date? Which time?
I don't even
What's
know.
the date of it?
I don't even know what days it is.
I gotta book
Me
a
neither.
hotel for that.
You're staying in a hotel.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna drive home that night.
To Cornwall.
Well, you should book your hotel now.
I know.
Book up
That's what I
quick.
just said.
Mike, what do you do? Do you commute back and forth?
Well, the last couple of years I didn't go because it didn't exist.
Oh, true.
But
I heard-
when I was the Permacon rep for 2 years before that, they pay for your hotel room.
Oh,
I-
nice.
So
'Cause
I heard
they
that
want you to
Did
hang
you
out
not
with-
sleep at the landing strip?
Did I?
Did you? Yeah. Didn't you sleep? Didn't you
No.
spend the night? No.
No,
Oh
no, not a parking lot I've lived in.
no.
There are parking lots I've lived in, but that is not one of them.
Not
For the record.
for those who don't know. The
airplane.
landing strip is the strip club
Yes.
right off
Ah.
Congress.
Yeah, they want you
So-
to take I don't know. Have you guys ever been in the main hotel there? Everyone hangs out in the bar and
Yeah.
I've never been.
people use their expense accounts, and I know lots of reps. Maybe someone will pay for our dinner.
The connection is cut.
Please.
only if we
This
go to
is
the keg.
sagging.
You got to make reservations. I'm
At
telling
the
you, the
keg?
place is rammed.
How come it's telling me in Congress 2022 is canceled? Oh, this is 2023, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
Never
one.
mind.
I think it's like
But-
6th, 7th, 8th. It's usually the first weekend after.
Yeah, New
It
Year's.
won't even open
Year's.
on that computer. Oh well.
Well, whatever it is, we're having a meetup, a disorganized meetup, but a meetup nonetheless.
So then, will you guys go one day to LO?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the 10th to 12th this year.
Oh, okay.
That seems late.
It does.
Mm,
I
Is
am
that-
actually looking forward to it because they
Of
haven't
the
had it for
big
3
meetup?
years. Because of the big meetup. Who's organizing the meetup? Who's taking the quarterback of this?
Well, I don't have any leads coming in, so maybe I should organize the meetup because I don't have anything to quote or do. And the two of you are so fucking busy, apparently. As I'm going bankrupt over here, I'll organize the fucking meetup and get some sponsors so I can pay my overhead for the winter. I'll take on the challenge of organizing. This means it will be fucked up and not well done, unless I download it to Kelly, and then it'll be really organized. But she probably isn't willing to take this on because she doesn't care about it at all. So
it also makes us no money, so that's another.
But the goal is to one day run a media empire based off this podcast.
So
Really?
then, if this is a media empire in the making, what's the next step after a podcast?
Obviously, live television.
Reality TV.
Like I want to go head to head with Saturday Night Live.
Ah, nice.
I would do. Well, a long time ago, some I don't know, one of those home garden networks wanted to like follow me around with a camera and make like a show. And I was like, oh, that would be cool. And then I started thinking about it and I was like, I probably say a lot of things that I don't want on television. And they record it. And yeah, so we didn't. One time we did go to a TV studio and actually had like a pilot and shot like a pilot and stuff and went downtown. It was pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
When was that?
And then it went, I don't know, like maybe 10 years ago.
Oh,
It was when the beard guys were popular that kill the ducks.
okay.
The duck killing guys. And then the head of the duck killing guys said he didn't like gay people or something. And all of a sudden, being a big bearded dude was really out of fucking style. And so then the show never went anywhere.
I see.
I mostly blame that duck killing guy that doesn't like gay people. Or maybe he didn't know that he didn't like them. Maybe he didn't agree. I don't remember. It was something to do with the old duck killing guy and gay people.
I remember that. Yeah.
Screwed up our TV show.
I see.
Well, I blame him because I don't want to blame myself. I got a personal vendetta with that skinny duck killing guy. Oh, you know what happened? That's like really big news, but I haven't announced it yet, and it'll be announced, but then this will come out 2 weeks, but I'll announce it here first 2 weeks from now, but not now. X Power and Eyewear and I have come to an agreement that I now have my own discount code for X Power Eyewear.
Dang.
Paver King. Paver King is live right now till the 29th of November, which is probably this podcast will be released
a day after this.
A day after that. Till the 29th of November, you get 25% off any glasses if you use the Paver King affiliated discount code. After that, you get 10%. So
that's
I need to
right.
yeah, I don't think I'm getting anything from it, but you know, it's kind of fun to have a discount code.
Just like speaking at Congress. You
think
get nothing out of it.
Well, no, that was a rewarding experience giving back to the industry.
Well, now you're giving back to the eyewear community.
This is me hawking glasses from some manufacturer in California. I'm not sure it's super rewarding, but that being said, it is cool to have I feel like I'm a baller, like a discount code.
I'm just waiting for your signature line to drop.
When I'm at my daughter's soccer and these people are dropping off their kids in the fucking Lamborghini fucking SUV, I just look at them and be like, yeah, well, I got a discount code, bitch. What do you got? A fucking Countach? Oh, that's not even a car anymore. Diablo, whatever the hell they're called. Oh, Countach just came back this year, didn't they?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Anyways, I now have a discount code. I got street cred.
You should spray paint that on their side. Discount code Paver King.
Paver King. It's not Paver King 10 either. It's just Paver King.
Nice.
It's 25% and then it goes to 10. So I didn't want it to be permanently 10 because I think at least until November 29th, everyone deserves 25% off X Power Eyewear.
Yeah. Why not, right?
I want to sell out to as many corporations as possible and get nothing in return. Like if there's a corporation listening to this, I'm willing to tattoo your logo on my face and get nothing in return.
Wow.
That's-
Out of Hardscape.
Total bullshit. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Yeah. Is that a corporation?
I am a Hardscaper's open though. I mean,
So they are saying that because a lot of these codes, I guess you get something every time someone buys something using your code. But because they're in California and I'm in Canada, they're saying there's a money issue, which I believe. I think it's complex. I
There's
don't
not
know.
enough money, or what?
No,
What's the money
because
issue?
they're CPA or something. They probably don't want me talking about this on a fucking podcast. Pretty calm. This is why I don't have more fucking sponsorship.
this is why we can't pay you anything for promoting us. It's
No.
just complicated. California, Canada.
That's what they said. That's something to do with California. They're from California. I mean, I'm honored that someone from California thought I was cool enough to wear their glasses. Like, I wish they made glasses that helped you see because I'm so blind.
Are you wearing the glasses right now?
No, I
Okay.
should be while we talk about it. I'm wearing the random yellow glasses that were in the office because I never know when you're going to put the other ones. I wear them all the time, so they're out in the car.
They do look a little bit more stylish.
Currently, we can't add you to the affiliate program because of the legal hurdles. Do you think they could add Caleb and then I could just have my own discount code, but then Caleb could get the money and then he could send it to me because he's
For
in
sure.
the States?
Absolutely.
Or Andy or Jeremy or any of Richard from RC Outdoor? He seems like he'd launder money for me for sure.
Launder money.
I'm just joking. Richard doesn't seem like he's laundered money. Randomly popped in my head because he made this sick video about ditch witches today. It was
I
2
haven't
ditch
seen it.
witches.
He looks like
The,
he's
the CPA doesn't want to keep me in limbo. I'm like, yeah, I'm not in limbo. I just wanted a real discount code so that I know that I have noticed on here too. A lot more people are using these notes things.
I seen that too actually recently. Since the format kind of changed there.
Yeah, the format's terrible now. It's way better before.
I agree.
I don't like the new form. It's weird. You can't even see the whole note.
Yeah.
Are you drinking a protein shake, Chad?
I am bulking up for winter.
Dang.
What kind?
It's Mars bar flavored.
Mars bar flavored.
Oh yeah,
That's a flavor?
apparently.
Mike looks shocked. Like literally shocked.
That's
Mars
something
bar-
that I would drink. I hate protein shakes. They
It's not
clog
bad.
me up. I don't know what it is, but like I
It's the
feel
protein.
very bloated in it in drinking them.
from the protein.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Your body's
Are
not
you
processing.
still
it.
vegetarian, Mike?
I am. And I haven't drank any. I no. We went out for dinner, and I had one. I had a beer because Kelly was having a mojito, and I didn't want her to drink alone, and so I had that carbonated beverage.
Why didn't you have a mojito?
I don't know. It
Are they
seems like
carbonated?
something
No.
you should drink on the beach.
Yeah, you're not
It
wrong.
didn't seem like something you drink in Kelsey's in December, November. I don't know. It just didn't seem appropriate. Maybe it is. Maybe everyone is drinking them at Kelsey's. But that's what Kelly wanted. Like, I'm not judging her in any way. Well, I am judging her a little bit because I don't think it was an appropriate drink choice.
What's your guys' go-to drink choice?
On vacation or in general?
Like throughout the year, does it change? Mine changes throughout the year for sure.
No.
No?
Rye on ice. That's it.
No beer, just
Five
rye on-
fingers, rye on ice.
5 fingers.
And that's Friday, Saturday. My drink of choice.
5 fingers. That's a lot.
That's enough.
That's adding 2 hands together.
No.
What?
Well,
You can't
Yeah,
put
just-
a thumb in. A thumb isn't a part of a finger. You didn't say 4 fingers and a thumb. You said 5 fingers.
I'll
I
measure
don't
the
know
glass.
about
for you.
alcohol though. Is that an actual statement? 5 fingers?
I don't know.
Or
I'm
did
not
you
a
just say
bartender. 5
Not-
fingers worth? It's a full cup. Is what
full cup.
What I take, yeah.
So I don't
But
usually drink alcohol. Hardly ever. I'm not a big alcohol person. But if I'm on vacation, I think I drink old fashioned.
Those are good.
And if I'm not on vacation and Kelly's having a mojito and I don't want her to drink alone, I get a beer, which was a organic Mill Street Organic, which actually was okay. I didn't mind it. It was pretty good. What do you drink, Mike?
I recently got into like dry ciders during the summer,
Ooh.
and then
Got into them.
yeah, dry wine, red wine, kind of sporadically, and then whiskey in the winter.
Five fingers.
No five fingers.
Do we know what that means yet?
It's enough. The cup is towards
Overfloweth.
the top. Not over, not overflowing.
The cuppeth overfloweth with rye.
Would either of you ever bring a flask somewhere?
No.
I
I don't
used to have a
think so.
flask in my university days that I kind of put in my back pocket at the bar. And that's the only time I had a flask.
If you went to I want to record one of us in the spring, probably me, because I'm the only one that would Chad. I don't think Mike, I don't think this is your style, but Chad, maybe. I want to go to a client meeting, and when you're in the backyard, get out a flask and take a hit and offer them one. Like, and say, here, have a hit. And just record it and see what happens. And see if they're like, get the fuck off my property.
Mike, your phone has to ring before you can go see a client.
Maybe you'll have to be the one to do this then.
That's a low blow, man.
I'm teasing.
My phone hasn't rang. We have two jobs, and Nancy's looking at a huge job. So I have had so little to do this week. Well, we've been regrinding the yard, which is like not profitable at all, but it is creating a lot of space there. So I feel like that's probably going to pay us back tenfold at some point. But we've had so little to do. I actually thought about like getting some garbage bins and doing garbage bins, which I swore I would never do.
Hmm.
I was like, maybe we should do garbage bins. We have these fucking hook trucks kicking around.
Right.
I already have 15 bins. Might as well add to the stupidly huge bin collection. And get some, because garbage bins are tall and thin.
Right.
And our bins are low and wide. And they don't make good garbage bins because people climb in them and then fucking try to steal garbage out of them.
Stealing garbage.
Well, one man's garbage is another man's treasure.
No, you're right.
Well, I gentrified that, I guess, but you know, one he, him, her, she's treasure is another he, him, her, she's treasure.
You still probably offended somebody.
You see, you offended somebody.
I'm
sure.
offensive. Yeah. Well, we were coming home from soccer today. This has nothing to do with contracting or landscaping. My daughter was telling me there's a group of people in her school that wear rabbit masks and tails every day because they identify as rabbits. I said, "Are you joining that group?" And she said, "No." And she said, "If they start putting litter boxes in our bathrooms, I'm transferring schools." I support your decision. Mike's like, "Wow, this is an offensive podcast."
No, I can't believe how far that could possibly go, to be honest.
It's great. She was telling me the stuff that happens in her school. I was just like, wow, I'm so glad I'm not. I'm sure that my parents thought that our generation was a total fuck up. And then people like me are so much older than you guys. I assumed that your generation was a total fuck up, but things keep rolling along. But now I'm looking at this generation and I'm like, wow, this may be the end.
This is the end.
This might be the end. Well, the end of what? I don't know, but I was thinking about putting on a fox mask and pretending to be a foxtail and saying I identify as a fox going to sales meetings, drinking out of a flask. And again, I know I'd have to have a lead. Have you guys noticed a lot of people are advertising now? Like a lot of other, like, I mean, obviously my Facebook feed and Instagram feed's full of other landscapers. But there's a lot of people advertising in our area, like a lot of advertising.
I haven't
next season.
I haven't been keeping up with Instagram all that much lately. I'm just trying to.
Too busy replacing
work.
hoses on your skid steer.
Oh my
The
god!
brand not to be mentioned.
Don't get me started.
Is that a brand new machine? What?
No, it's got 800 hours on it.
Okay.
We've blown more hoses than you can count. Multiple things gone wrong. I've
So-
asked other people about the machine, and a lot of them have similar experiences. A lot of them are blown away that my machine has so many issues.
So I have a similar machine.
Yep.
With 1,500 hours on it.
Yep.
And I don't, knock on wood, I don't know that we've ever blown a hose.
Caleb too. I was talking to him about it, and he said his machine's been great. And
We blew the main drive belt. And so there's
Yeah,
a
he said that one.
there's a video of the machine getting dragged around by a 2010 cat excavator to get it out of the fucking roadway. So somewhere on my Instagram. But that's the only
issue. We're gonna sell this one and buy 2 new ones in the spring, I think. So
What year is that?
2018.
Okay.
So if anyone wants a busted skid steer for not a deal at all, contact me.
no kind of deal.
Because I sure as shit won't be giving the thing away. So anyway. On a more landscape related note, Paver King, I have to ask you about this lawsuit happening at the spa in Whitby. Could that be due to the Chinese seashell pavers?
No.
It has nothing to do
Well,
with the Chinese seashell pavers.
I don't know. I don't think so. I feel like the staff infection thing at the spa has nothing to do with the landscaping. I feel like that's something going on in the pool water.
Oh,
from what I've read.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So a little
$5
bit
million loss.
Yeah, a little bit of backstory. The article came out today where some guests are suing the spa that Paver King, some of your guys worked at, I guess.
I worked there.
You worked there.
Yeah, for like a year. I don't know if I really say that. I've never been there.
So
is this a slip and fall thing where they fucking capture every person that was ever on the property?
No. So they're suing
with the snow coming yesterday. I was so relieved because none of our stuff is going out for snow this year. Nothing that we own. I was so relieved because I wasn't doing like a mad scramble to try and get muddy shit ready to go plow some fucking parking lot for $75.
Yeah, right now would suck.
Yeah.
This is a mixed part of the season and it's just horrible. And I feel horrible for all the people that were doing that because I've done it and it fucking blows. And I just all day yesterday, I mean, Cody was at the yard. She cleaned the tracks out of everything we own, like really clean, like ultra clean because now it's snowing. But I was like, man, I feel bad for everyone because it's the 15th of November. People probably weren't counting on it having a plowable event. And just, you saw people rushing around, floating shit. And I was like, man, I'm so fucking happy I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Same.
That's a big relief.
When I'm bankrupt midwinter, I won't be as happy about it. But it was a win yesterday. So I will enjoy the win yesterday.
But
this podcast will keep you afloat.
Yeah. Just because you're doing snow doesn't mean you're not going to go bankrupt. Those guys go bankrupt just as easy. They're probably worse sometimes.
Yeah. So this got off track from your spa questionnaire.
Oh,
were you done with that?
I thought you were trying to get off that topic.
We can revisit that one, I think. Let me pull up the article.
I'm not saying anything that isn't in the article. Like I have no secret knowledge of why that happened because I haven't been on that site since physically worked on it since February. I ran the 2010 shovel one day.
So
that's the last time I physically worked there.
People were complaining about severe skin rash, ear infection, loss of hearing after using the spa's pools.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to get into the spa pools, you had to cross those seashell pavers.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
There's a pool in the basement, a salt pool called the Cala Pool.
Oh,
And that pool has nothing to do with anything to do with landscaping or seashell pavers.
okay.
So I think if you were to look deeper in the article or deeper into the investigation, that may be the pool that might have been causing the problem.
See, I'm a big fan of selective journalism, where I just cherry pick what I
Whatever.
like and then blame people for it.
Yeah. You're like
And
the Donald Trump of landscaping.
It makes great talking points. And here we are.
How do you feel about Ron DeSantis? Do you feel like he's taking your thunder?
Who's that? He's the Florida guy?
Yeah.
Gotta love anyone from Florida. Come on.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
Is that where you would move
Is
to,
that the
Chad?
right answer? What's that?
Is that where you would move to?
I would move to Florida.
Really?
Actually, honestly, I'd move anywhere warm. Wow.
Arizona.
Yeah. Take me there.
I want to move to New Mexico,
That'd be all right. Yeah.
Albuquerque. Open a car wash. Maybe meet a
Sounds like
chemistry.
Breaking Bad.
Maybe meet a chemistry teacher. Hang out with a chemistry teacher.
That's such a good show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is a good show. I also thought about heading to New York and hanging out at the pork store. You guys don't get that.
I'm not a TV guy. Like,
That's the Sopranos. Right?
I never got into Sopranos.
Yeah, you guys are too young for Sopranos.
Not quite. I don't think so. I still
you're
remember
too young.
like the finale and everything.
You just said you weren't into it.
Oh, I never got into it. I just remember people being hyped about the finale.
What, because you were 7? You're eating cheesies? When was the finale of Sopranos?
That's a good question.
Let's see how old you were. Why would anyone listen to this? My God.
Let's see what we got for landscape questions. I think
June 10th, 2007.
So how old were you?
I was 17. So yeah, that's well within my.
Not if you didn't have HBO.
Yeah, I didn't have HBO.
That's why you weren't into it. See, being in 2007, I was like 35. I could afford HBO. I might have been living in the parking lot during. Oh no, that was pre-parking lot days.
You were twice my age at that year.
Was I?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I was really 35.
Did you look 50?
Terrible at math. 50. I look. Some of those pictures were circa 2009.
Wow.
Those pictures that I posted. Still wearing the same chain, baby, because I can't afford a new one. I'm a landscaper.
It's pulled many a patio.
Do you guys have those battery-powered saws?
I was looking at one last week, but then I read up on them, and they were boasting about how they can cut 25 cinder blocks on one charge. And I'm like, or like 25 feet of paver or something like that. And then I just fucking closed the tab because that's not enough.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a Milwaukee one.
I was gonna buy one last week. Is it good?
And it's fucking awesome.
Oh man!
You know what I love about it the most? Like if you're doing like, I agree. If you're cutting like a big line, like a soldier course line or a sailor course line, it's not a great choice. But you know, like sometimes you're doing like just single cuts, like you're picking them up, putting them up. When you let go of the trigger, the thing's not idling in the background, making everyone fucking deaf. It just stops.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That part of it is awesome. It's not great, and we were, Drake's been building a barbecue by himself, but I went there to lift the caps on because that's the glory part of it. So I could say I built it. Because I helped him lift the caps on. But he had that saw's awesome for just like little touch-up stuff, and it's really cool actually. I wasn't fully on board with it, but thing's sick. It's really cool.
Do you have the 12-inch Milwaukee one? The bigger one?
No, smaller one.
9-inch or whatever.
It also weighs nothing.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not doesn't vibrate the same. It's sick. I really like
Right.
it. If they made a 12-inch one, I would get it.
They do.
Because the batteries charge, like the fast charger the guys have, I think the batteries charge in like 12 minutes.
Hmm.
And they have 2 or 3 batteries. for it
Maybe
or
I'll
something.
revisit. Maybe I'll
Well, the
look again.
Milwaukee has a bigger one. I think it's 12-inch.
I don't know. It wasn't crazily expensive, but it wasn't crazily cheap either.
Yeah.
They use it like Drake used it all year. He loved it. Well, not all year. They got it halfway through the year. But it is awesome. And it's light.
Hmm.
Which matters to me because I'm old and broken.
So we inherited a tree job
And I was
last week.
gonna ask you if I could send my guys up because I'm just
Do
looking
you-
for work
are you-
for them.
Are you hurting for work?
I was like, fuck, can my guys go plant those trees with Chad?
So last Monday or something, my old boss won the city tree tender, and he's like, yeah, we're good, we're gonna make it work and everything. Calls me last Monday and says, yeah, I don't have the manpower or the equipment. It's like, you want to split this tree job? I said, okay, I guess I'm taking half a tree job. So we spent all week planting 120 trees, 150 trees. Got
Nice.
that load finished in a week. We're on our second load now. The guys have to hand shovel over the tree markers because there was snow today. We can't see where the paint lines are for locates.
Yeah.
So it's
But
something
blow
else.
them off.
Yeah, we didn't have a blower. I
We've
was
got
using the
2
blower.
from Hard Tools.
Yeah, one's in the garage. One, if we're being honest, I don't think one of them could have blown the snow off. It
That's
takes
not a good review.
That's a rough review.
I said I was being honest. The other one could, and I had that one, but the smaller of the two could not blow the snow. So
I feel like
anyway, we hand shoveled.
so
the
how
planted
was it?
trees.
How was the trees? Was there more to the tree story before I interrupted it?
No, I just had a week installing trees. We're gonna.
It's a
I think we'll
great
do
time
all
of year
right.
to install trees.
It's not awful. I mean,
Watering is like out of 0.
yeah, we did a lot of watering for the last batch, but this batch they may not get as much water. That'll be fine.
Yeah, it's the snow will water them.
Yeah. Well, the snow will
It
all be gone
melts.
next week. Yeah.
It'll be +6.
Well, 6, I'm hoping.
Well, I don't know about Cornwall. It was supposed to be +6 in Oshawa, but we're in different kind of areas.
Different climate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
think
heard that because the distribution centers in Cornwall are so big, though, that they give off their own heat signature.
yeah, they warm. It's called terra warming, and it's a geological phenomenon where areas around high traffic distribution centers are generally 3 to 4 degrees warmer than your typical
It's just really
geology.
in depth, like
Yeah.
super in depth.
Yeah.
It's almost so in depth that I almost started thinking it was real. I was like, I think he's making this up. But then after you got like right in, I was like, maybe
No,
he's not.
You're sure as shit I'm fucking making this up.
So
So
like, maybe he's not making that up. Maybe it is actually a thing.
no, we're 3 degrees next week, so we're a couple degrees cooler than you. But I'll take it.
I was thinking on this show we should do like you have to pick one or the other set of questions.
What are our choices?
Well, they would all be different.
What's
you'd have to-
one and what's the other?
And you can't give any reasons why. And you just have to pick one and go through like a million things and just say like, because there's so many choices in landscaping that you could just go down them and just have be forced to pick like Milwaukee or DeWalt.
DeWalt.
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Do you know why I would say? We're not allowed to say. So that's breaking my own fucking rules.
You just made this up. I didn't know there was a rule.
I said you can't say why. Like
Oh,
Oh, you
okay.
can't
okay.
say why.
Ford or Dodge.
Ooh,
Oh man.
I'm split.
You can't be split. You have to pick one. That's the point.
Ford.
Really? Dodge.
Mike, tiebreaker.
Chevy.
You
Ah,
can't pick that. You have to pick one or the other.
Probably Ford.
Everyone picks Chevy. That's why I didn't include it.
I see.
I
Because
would
it's
never
obviously
pick
the
Chevy.
best. Well, you're
No.
crazy.
What's the next question?
Next question.
Don, Crimson King maple or red maple?
Crimson King.
Red
I'll say.
maple.
I'll say. I have no idea.
Do you even know the difference, Mike?
You know the
I have
difference?
no idea. Zero idea. Maple syrup.
That's a sugar maple.
That's sugar maple. Yeah.
Oh, Permacon or Techo Block?
Oh, are we getting into this?
You don't have to say why.
Oh,
You
I
just
see.
have to pick, right?
You just have to pick.
Yeah.
Teco.
Oh,
I'm waiting for Chad. Deco.
you know where I stand on this one.
I don't pick.
Oh, Techo.
Okay, we all picked. We all picked. We all picked the same one. Interlock Ian. He's an influencer.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna play this for him. I guarantee it. Fucking text me.
So they played that. What's that? The list video. Remember that?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
played that in a Techo sales meeting. I think.
Oh, did they?
That's my claim to
funny.
fame. Yeah. I
The
think
list.
was it? I think it was Techo.
The list was a good one.
The list was. That's all I got. My one time. 15 minutes.
Your
fame.
claim to fame.
Yeah, that's
The
it.
list still comes up though.
It does.
Every spring it comes up.
You
Oh,
you have to realize though that Ralph Macchio thought that the original Karate Kid was his 15 minutes, and now Cobra Kai's back.
Mhm.
So you think about that. You were Chad from the list, and one day you'll be back, Chad from the list, but it won't be called. It'll be called something like Cobra Kai Chad list or something. Anyway.
Well, Chad's got
Everyone-
the Not Our
every-
Finest Hour podcast
Yeah.
now. So
Oh yeah, Chad, not our finest hour.
Yeah.
The list.
that's it.
okay, Kid Contractor podcast or Mulder Life podcast.
I don't want to offend anyone. I like them both. I've listened to more Kid Contractor just because there's more of them. So
Kid contractor.
I broke the rule. I wasn't supposed to explain it.
Right.
I could explain, but I won't because I'm not breaking the rule. Well, Mike, you pick.
I'm not going to pick.
You have to pick.
You have to pick.
We just picked. You have to pick.
I'll say Kid Contractor. No, I'll say Mulder Life because nobody else said Mulder Life.
That's
Well,
not-
now you broke the
Now
rule.
you-
I
the
know,
fucking-
right?
All right. Ditch Witch or MT.
Empty.
The devil you know. Dare I say MT.
I'm taking Ditch Witch because
Wow.
There's
don't
not
like
even
that.
a ditch witch around here. Like
there is. Justin
Oh,
from
maybe there's
JRC,
none
I'm
here.
wearing his hat. He has a Ditch Witch.
Oh.
Where he got it from, I don't know. But
So
yeah, it's-
I asked for pricing on a ditch witch last year before we bought our last MT, and I think it was like 52 or 54,000, where the MT was like 41,000, same size machine. I asked the ditch witch rep, like, what's the reason for the $10,000 price difference, and he goes, because it's a ditch witch. And I'm like, oh fuck this guy, get him out of the picture. Like if that's all that you can
what?
give
And
me
then
is
made
because it's
50
a ditch
made
witch.
50 videos of your dead MT.
No, the MT only died for 2 weeks at a time because
Yeah, and you
But-
made 50 videos of it. I wasn't saying it
Oh,
were
yeah.
separate times that it died. I was
yeah.
saying
No, you're right.
maybe
but-
that's a 10 grand difference.
That might be the 10 grand difference. But I
How
want more
much did
than
it how much did it cost you for to have it down for those 2 weeks?
out of pocket or like LMN numbers. Like
Both.
what
combination.
I don't have LMN, so I don't know the numbers. But more money
If
than
you
I
had
would like.
Mike's discontinued spreadsheet, you'd be in good fucking shape.
I'm waiting on the app, okay?
There's an app coming.
App comes next year. That's
What the-
Ah,
I've already dropped too much money into this damn software. The app comes next year.
what am I gonna do until then?
So are you
Have to
gonna
think
have
of my own
software?
numbers like someone crazy.
You're gonna have software?
Who's gonna have software?
You.
Chad? Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
We've been
gonna.
over this.
Yeah, we talked about this last week.
We did. But you're like, so I can use your software?
The software will be available to anybody and everybody.
When?
Hoping by the end of the year.
Good.
That's
I-
why the spreadsheet's
You're
being
saying that I
discontinued.
shouldn't, even though Synced Up followed me and desperately wants me to be an influencer for them, I should wait it out till the end of the year.
I mean,
They never actually have ever communicated with me. I totally
okay.
did
Mike-
follow me. Like the rest of it, I 100% made up. Just to be clear to everyone.
Mike's software would make a great Christmas gift for
Is it
the
called Mike's
landscaper you know and
software?
love, by the way. So
We might send you, Mike. We might send you over a contract to be an influencer that you can read live to all your followers.
Sure. Yeah. No problem. Here, well, Chad, Mike's software or LMN?
Oh,